Joined now on the phone by Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. Sir, really sorry to speak to you under such circumstances. I've got to imagine that you are in Pasadena, California this morning. Excuse us, the Lieutenant Governor is just taking a couple minutes. He is, in fact, in Pasadena for the Tournament of Roses parade. And that just speaks to all of the many moving parts we had going on right now with people in town for a big event, but also area officials working to continue to get people to come to New Orleans, the point of the float there. If the Lieutenant Governor is there, can you hear us, sir? Mr. Nungesser?
Yes.
Hi there, good morning to you. Sorry to talk to you under these circumstances, sir. First, I just want you to just fill us in on what you know about what happened here.
Well, I started getting texts and calls this morning. I'm in Pasadena. We're 2 hours ahead of y'all, and about the tragedy. And let me first say our prayers are with the families and praying for those in the hospital. The tragic thing that happened, most recently got a call that someone said there was some type of flag on the back of the truck. They didn't identify what that flag said. And the device that they set off recently in the quarter, they found supposedly. But I'm just getting calls out here. We've just loaded 150 people from Louisiana on the bus for the Rose Parade, and it's a real somber mood here as people were calling home to check on loved ones.
I can just imagine the mood that you guys are having to deal with when you're supposed to be out there celebrating and really promoting and putting Louisiana in this spotlight, which you guys do so well out there. How do you navigate that, knowing that this has happened back home?
Yeah, at 6 o'clock this morning in front of the Rose Foundation home, they had a moment of silence for the victims, and then they proceeded to award the Louisiana Float one of the awards for decorations and showmanship for the float. So it's really difficult to juggle, especially having so many Louisiana families out here with their children and all, feeling like we shouldn't be celebrating anything right now. And so it really is a different mood here than it should be.
Yeah, I'm very sorry that y'all are having to deal with that this morning, sir. A lot of your responsibility as Lieutenant Governor is overseeing our messaging, tourism, our big industry here, particularly in New Orleans. Any concern about what this could mean going forward, or is that jumping to conclusions too soon?
Well, we always worry about that every time there's a shooting or something in the quarter. Obviously, this is an isolated incident with some crazy, and we'll learn that in the days to come. But hopefully, I'm sure we will see additional measures put in place. It's horrible that it takes a tragedy like this with more barricades, especially with the Super Bowl coming. You know, it's been talked about before when those barricades were put in, that if there's no balcony adjacent to those barricades, people can drive on the sidewalk around them. So, you know, there's been talk of making Bourbon and Royal pedestrian streets permanently with several things down the street, and it's horrible, but maybe this tragedy will lead to some of those things being implemented. Surely the security teams will take another hard look at doing some other measures for Super Bowl. I'm sure of that.
What type of influence would your office have in any of those measures?
Well, you know, for many years we've been working to try to get the French Quarter under a separate management district, either under my office or where we could do things to clean it up, make it safe, and you know, I'm going to continue to advocate for that because it's such an important part of the state. And you know, I've always said there wasn't enough voters in the quarter to make the city spend the time and effort to make that the best it could be, and that's with safety and everything else. So we still obviously got a lot of work to do, but you know, when you've got a crazy person that wants to cause havoc, it's very hard to stop them. So this person was probably going to find any kind of way to cause damage.
Yes, sir. Well, we do thank you for spending time to speak with us today. Again, Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser, who is speaking to us live from Pasadena, California, with a crew of Louisianians on this day for the Rose Bowl parade. So, sir, we do thank you again for your time this morning on this very tragic day here.